Hey everybody, welcome back to Horton's Flower Farm. So we're back from our trip, and as you can tell from the title of my video, things are not going as well as I want them to grow and go. If you look behind me, this is my zinnia row, and I did cut some of them back, but they are still very short. Even more concerning than my zinnias being super short are that my celosia are super short. Actually, everything is super short. If you can see behind me here, you could see how tiny my celosias are. And I did cut them to pinch them back. This is the other row. And they're still very short. My snapdragons are just a mess. They're always a mess. So they're ridiculously short. I mean, I'm not growing them next year. It just doesn't work here. If you go to my marigold row here, my next row over, they're also very short. They were huge last year, guys, like short. My gomphrena row, which was my winner last year, is again, I cannot believe how short and how these are not growing. Look at some of these gompphrenas. I mean, that is like amazing to me how tiny that is. Now, I just want to say one thing about the first row. The first row were the zinnias that I ordered from Farmer Bailey's that had the fungus on them, and they did start growing. Now, people told me, and they were like, no, why are you buying plugs for that? Zinnias grow so fast. They're going to catch up. You'll be fine. I'm so happy I did not listen to that, because the zinnias that were direct seeded here, I would be waiting another month for these. So my whole season would have been wiped out had I just direct seeded zinnias like people were telling me to do. These are my zinnias that were directly seeded. They are crazy short. So if I had not bought those plugs from Farmer Bailey's, I'd be in a real pickle. And so I have 2 rows of those zinnias waiting to come up. Now, yes, that could be my succession planting, right? That's my second one. But had that just been my original first bloom, that would have been horrible. I have sunflowers going down there in the back, and you know, my sunflowers, see, they look pretty good. Everything's coming up, just again, they're short. You know what, the one thing that is actually tall, pick up my water bottle, the one thing I was surprised about that grew very tall while we were away is the viburnum. Sorry guys. Okay, so let's walk down here. So the viburnum was pretty short when we left, and let me zoom around here. Look at how nice this is. Can you see it? It's pretty tall. I mean, so much taller than when I had left. So this is looking really nice. So that I'm happy about. And I didn't show you, but the ageratum actually has a nice length on it. So Farmer Bailey's, thank you if you're watching. You're helping me out here because my stuff here is not going too good, but your stuff is. So I just sprayed again. I sprayed for the problem that was originally on those zinnias, which is the fungicide. I just sprayed again. I'll go back and show you. You can see that black spot is coming back again on that. The ones that I direct seeded do not have black spot on it yet. Okay, I will be spraying them to prevent it from happening. So if we move down here, something that I want to show you. Actually, you know what? I want to show you my status. My status actually is growing once it's been weeded. All right, guys, so this is the ageratum, and look, it looks really nice. The length on it is pretty good. So that's the ageratum. And I just want to show you that some of the black spot on the zinnias are coming back if you look down towards the bottom. So you can see it's coming. It's at the bottom. I'm going to try and prevent it from spreading, but it is there again, so you can see it like that. So this is the row of the zinnias. All right, guys, so I just wanted to mention one more thing, and I'm going to show you how there's no growth in my cottage garden, and I'm really upset about that, because even if it did start growing right now, it probably wouldn't be grown until the end of September. So that was a total fail, and we spent a lot of money. I just spent, I don't even want to tell you how much money paying someone to weed every single row. Look at how nice it really looks. Spent a lot of money on weeding while we were away, and just things aren't going, you know, to where I can open this farm yet. I just want to mention one more thing I did back here. it's so busy that I can't even put my camera down to let you guys watch me do this. So I'm sorry about that. It's been insane. So what I did here was, last season I got a horrible powdery white mildew on these, probably in August, and it wiped out all the flowers. So they bloomed their first set, and what I did was I did a hard cut back on the ones. I left some, but what I did was I figured I didn't cut them back like I should have to get rid of the dead blooms last year, and I think that helped cause the powdery white mildew. So I cut them all back and I sprayed something for them in hopes that they wouldn't get completely demolished, because they got demolished last year. The marigolds got demolished last year. The zinnias died out early. My sunflowers didn't have good germination last year. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to deal with. Let me go back here with you to the cottage garden that is completely failing. So I guess you could say, well, Claudette, you should have put fertilizer on it. But I'm going to show you, like, I feel like even with fertilizer, even without fertilizer, they should have grown a little bit. They look like I just put them in. And actually the ones that I planted from larger annuals are looking like they're dying, and it's getting enough water because we've seen it. So let me just flip the camera around. Okay, so guys, look at how tiny this celosia is. They're like miniature. Look at the vine that's supposed to be vining. There's like putting on no growth at all. And that's supposed to go up my entire trellis here, which is not gonna happen. Look over here, look at the celosias. They're not even growing. Gomphrenas are small. Everything is super, super tiny, and this is super disappointing. I mean, look at these plants. This is crazy that none of these are even close to going up the trellis yet. And this is basically the story of the cottage garden. So I'm gonna have to deal with it. And I know maybe you're saying there's still a lot of summer to go, but these are the, oh my goodness, the gladiolus. So you can see this looks like it's dying here, that it's not like getting watered, but it is. So I mean, we'll turn the water on more, but the grass was super tall, so I know that that's working. And just one positive thing is we seeded the grass here, and it looks like that worked. Yay, one thing, right? Woohoo. I know it sounds disappointing. I sound really disappointed because I am, because I had a dream for this. And so yeah, I had a dream for what I wanted this to be, and you know, it's going to be different than what I wanted. Maybe this stuff will bloom in October, and then I'll have like a week. So yeah, so let me turn you around here and just show you the cosmos. They're blooming, but they're blooming short. So hopefully they'll grow. Here we go again. But the other thing on them is when they're blooming, unless I'm missing the bloom on it here, they don't look super healthy. I mean, I know this is past the point, but I feel like this is my thing with cosmos. And I feel like this was last year. I mean, look at this plant, right? Okay. It's not even showing any like nice blooms. Like, where is one healthy bloom on here? I don't know. I feel like there's more unhealthy blooms or dead ones, and I can't even find one that's like, that I could cut. Does that sound weird? I don't know. It's strange. The whole thing is strange. There's a pretty yellow bird there. You know, I'm almost curious. I mean, we had this soil tested. We didn't have it tested this year. We had it tested last year, and it was just missing some nutrients, which fertilizer would provide. But I just feel like something's not good with the soil, because we're not doing it that wrong. You know, I grow healthier plants in my backyard, and I don't fertilize them, I feel like. So I feel like there's something here with the soil. Something's amiss. Something's either badly amiss or just needs years and years of amendments, which some people say that it does take that long to amend a soil that's been that bad. So yeah, so I need to add more sunflowers, another succession planting right now. I need to put more fungicide on my zinnias so they don't all die. and that's what I'm doing. I'll show you one more thing is the salvia that I grew from seed, which is actually looking pretty. I hope that it gets taller, but I'll show you. This is a different variety. If you're looking and you're like, this one looks different, this one is a like more, it's like a pinkish purple one, but the other ones were blue salvia. So those are the salvias I planted from seed. And the status, I also planted from seed, are looking okay. And yeah, look at how this has been nicely weeded. I spent a lot to make this nice, and I hope that I get flowers. I hope that I get flowers from it. I hope I get customers to pick those flowers. I hope a lot of things. So, all right guys, let me get back to doing what I'm doing. I'll just show you one more thing. I keep saying that, but I want to show you. Remember I planted Coleus? I don't know if you guys remember that. But I just want to show you the Coleus. So these have bounced back. And one of these for a filler. This area, not so much. Down there, I don't know, these, who knows, maybe they'll get going in October. But you know what? I don't know. This is going to be an interesting year, so stick around and see what the heck happens this summer and fall, because your guess is as good as mine on what's going to happen here. Look, there's coneflowers. That's good. All right, this variety is pretty. Whoops. This variety is pretty, but I mean, look how tiny it is. It's got a ways to go before anyone can cut it. All right, let me get going, and I'll wrap this up in a little bit. All right, guys, so I'm sitting in the car right now. My kids are running outside. I see them. Oh, they're in here. Hey guys.
Okay.
So I was spraying the fungicide, and now of course it's raining. So I'm assuming I did all that for nothing. Guys, quiet. I'm making a video. You want to say hi?
Hi.
So I'm gonna wait for it to stop rain, and then my husband is still tilling out there so I can put the sunflowers in. And yeah, it's one of those days or years. I don't know, you can't win them all, right? All right, so I'm in here. Yeah, I got my sunflower seeds, so then it gets soaking wet and start growing in the bag. But all right, guys, let me wait for it to stop raining, and then out there we go again. All right, guys, so it kind of stopped raining a little bit. And before I get to the sunflowers, I guess we should talk about what we're gonna do, because I'm a U-Pick flower farm, and I'm supposed to have my grand opening on Saturday, which is in 6 days. So I advertised a lot, and I think I have people sign up to come. So what am I gonna do? I don't know. So when I first got here, I said, like, okay, well, obviously we cannot open the farm. I don't have enough flowers. But I'm like, you know what? Even if I make a couple $100, I think it's still better than nothing. I will let people know that it's a limited picking. I will have zinnias that are kind of short. I'll have ageratum that's normal size. I have coneflowers. I have some yarrow. I have rudbeckia. The celosia, I'm not going to let anybody cut off of. I'm going to tell them no. I think I'll have salvia. That will be long enough. I will have marigolds. I think that will be long enough. And viburnum. And with the flowers I have, I mean, I could probably have a good amount of flowers, probably for 20 bouquets. I mean, that would be nice. 20 bouquets, you know, the $25 each price range would be $500 if I could get 20 people. So, I mean, I think I have to open just to recuperate some of the investments so I don't waste a week. I will let people know that they have to sign up, and there's going to be a limited amount. So the grand opening is going to kind of be a soft opening. That's my plan. We'll be here again. Today's Sunday, probably on Thursday. And if the zinnias that I just cut back aren't popping by then, I know that I won't have enough. But you know what? A couple flower farmers in the area, not on Long Island, but in New York and close by, they had to push theirs back a week. I just didn't want to have to. I thought maybe I'd be okay, but that's how it's going. Now, on a positive note, if we have a mild fall like we've been having, and these flowers now are blooming late, they should go through October, which means that even though it sounds like I'm gonna lose money on weeks, I shouldn't lose money on weeks, because I'd be going through October. And October is one of the busiest months on the island here for pumpkin picking and things like that. So if I can get those people here then, technically I'm okay. So I'm gonna try and be positive, even though I want to open and this disappoints me. So I think that's what's gonna happen. All right, I'm gonna go put down the sunflowers. You can see my husband's back there tilling, and that's the plan. So this is the update for the farm. When I get back here on Thursday, I'm gonna give you the last update of what I think is gonna happen for the opening of the farm. So, all right guys, there's nothing I really could have done. We did our best. We have better fertilizer coming, but I don't think it was that. People said it was the smoke from the fires in Canada. It was the mild spring, mild first beginning of summer. So I just want to take it as that, I guess. We tried our best, and we're just going to keep chugging along. All right, so I'm going to end on that positive note. I will see you guys soon.